Hi, my name is Emma, and I like being alone. I've taken plane rides alone, eaten meals alone, visited new cities alone, visited new countries alone, done things I probably shouldn't have done alone. You name it, I've either done it or I'm planning to do it. And it's taken a lot of practice. You're going to embarrass yourself, but at the end of the day, who really cares? I'm a self-proclaimed professional at everything solo, and also being extremely silly, which is the only way that you're going to get good at being yourself. I'm self-certified, and my qualifications include I'm exactly 1 year graduated, which makes me an expert at life. So when I asked you guys what you were scared to do alone, I knew I had to make a game plan, because there were a lot. So in episode 1 of Post-Grad Diaries, we're gonna tackle the art of doing things alone. This video is also sponsored by our favorites of all time. Who is it? It's Aussie Hair Care. You guys know I love them. I'll be using some products to like reset, recalibrate, get my shiz together in this vlog. Not only will I show you how to take your hair from this to this, but I'll also be talking about the products that made it possible. The Miracle Repair Repairing Mask and the Miracle Moist Shampoo and Conditioner. This mask is my ultimate slick bun life hack, and the shampoo and conditioner help bring my hair back to life after it gets a little dry. And when you combo these guys together, the best blowouts always start in the shower. But thanks to Aussie, love you guys, and I'll explain more later. We're back. What's up, guys? I haven't seen you guys in seems like years. Am I behind on videos for probably the past 2 years? Yes. This is a fact. I don't really have an excuse. It's more the fact that I haven't liked making long form videos in so long, and now I do. Simple as that. Okay, so today's video is going to be a how to do things by yourself, aka my first episode in my post-grad diaries series. Some background, I'm officially 1 year post-grad. I moved to Boston. I work for EF Ultimate Break. No one's surprised there. The biggest jump scare of post-grad is that you have to do a lot of things alone, and even if you like doing things alone like me, you will still struggle. It's just like part of the experience, especially if you are all of a sudden like fully alone. So I have made a list of our plan for post-grad diaries, everything we're gonna do this weekend, and how I'm gonna show you guys that it is okay and also extremely cool to do things alone, and half the time being alone is way more fun, because at the end of the day, if you don't like hanging out with yourself, why would anybody else want to? Friday's agenda. We are going to do a workout class and make dinner and self-care and have a good replenishing self-care night, because we're corporate girlies, okay? We've worked 9 to 5 the whole week. We're exhausted. We need to reset. Hold up, I'm still on the clock because it's 4:08 on a Friday. So I'm walking here. Sure, I now work a real job and I have like a career path, but it's so different when all of a sudden everyone's on different timelines and there's no measuring tool to be like, am I doing okay? Or are we all just like cosplaying being adults here? And the answer is everybody's cosplaying. Everybody's a cosplayer. We're all acting. It's true. But we're gonna talk about how to break that down and make it less confusing and make it fun. You guys know me. I'm very independent. I love being alone. I travel alone. I go to restaurants alone. A lot of times I get questions of people asking me like, how do I do this by myself, right? I will do them to show you that it's not weird. Today's do it by yourself thing is go to the gym or take a workout class. If you're gonna move to a city and you know nobody, you're gonna know literally nobody. And you're not gonna just materialize these friends by sitting at home. You just have to get out of the house. Working out in a group setting, even if you're not socializing directly, makes you feel like you're being sociable. And so it like kind of stimulates that like happy part of your brain. We're like, oh, I'm making friends, I'm being outgoing, even though you're actually just maybe not. So I love group workout classes. So today we're going to SoulCycle, because now that I'm an official city girl, it's not like SoulCycle's like a New York or Atlanta or LA treat. I live somewhere that has a SoulCycle studio, which is like, I've been the biggest fan of Solid Core and SoulCycle, not only because of how great I feel after, but I love community classes that are practically in the dark, like a Hollister, because I'm very focused personally on what I'm doing. Today's class is iconic. Hannah Montana versus the Jonas Brothers versus One Direction. Working out is also fun in a group because if they have things that you like, everyone there likes the same things. I've been going to Taylor Swift themed cycle classes for the past 2 weeks, leading up to her coming to Foxborough for the Eras tour. Insane. Swifties love it. The energy in the room, untouchable. People that go to SoulCycle, I feel like, are usually very put together. So entering that vibe when you feel like a disaster, you're a new grad, or maybe you're still in college, or maybe you're like neither of those. You just feel like I'm not put together, but everybody else here is. You just have to lie. Matching set, cute outfit, look good, feel good. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my #1 hack. 2 birds, 1 stone, basically. Working out and then also having healthy hair. We're going to go to cycle, but also put in a hair mask in our hair. So you have to let these sit anyways. Why not let them sit while you're doing an activity where you're probably sweating and getting dirty and grimy anyways, and then you get that post-workout shower where 1, your hair is all healthy, 2, you didn't waste any time, and 3, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. It's a win-win. So first up, we take out my hair. My hair's been a little bit crispy, crunchy recently. I just got it dyed, and it's honestly, the red's a lot healthier than the blonde was, which is a real big shock. So my natural hair currently present is a little bit dry, and then we're gonna pop on Aussie Miracle Repair repairing mask. Now this says to let it sit, it says 2 to 3 minutes, but we're gonna let it sit in for a 45-minute cycle class and just say this is perfect. Wet your hair. I'm probably gonna use my bathtub. Maybe like a hair salon. Cycle also starts in 30 minutes. Woo, it's cold. It is cold. Woo. Okay, that's enough. Okay, now that our hair is sopping. When I was in college, I would get my hair in a low bun when it was spray tan day. So now that our hair is like pretty wet, I would say, and you're gonna sweat so much in cycle, you're gonna have slicked hair anyways. So we're gonna take a healthy dab of this. A healthy dose of this. Like, I want that all shebang. And then this bad boy will just marinate while we're working out. I love this because 1, it preps my hair to have heat on it this weekend, because I've been a real big fan of a blowout. I'll teach you guys later. But also dedicating that time to being, I don't know, self-care. It makes you feel good. Plus, a slick back bun does look bougie. Like, if you're feeling out of place in general, a slick back bun can probably fix a lot of your problems. So now that we have this in, I'm gonna brush it through. This stuff also smells, oh, it smells so good. Okay, that might have made it even less scent. The thing I love is that this little edges brush I got for when I actually slick my hair back in like a for realsies professional setting, and it is the best. So sleek. But now we just put our hair in this bun, and if you're like, you need to bobby pin that bad boy, but this up here, if you're feeling like you need to smooth it over, look at how much difference this little brush makes, especially if you have bangs. It goes from like busted to ballroom dancer a little bit, and the product is just making this look so sleek and shiny. Once we pin this up, I'd say it looks pretty good. Late, so we're gonna change, we're gonna go to cycle. This is my outfit. This is from Old Navy, and I recently got new workout clothes from Aerie. Shout out the bruise from going out last weekend, and shout out the tats for making me look sick. Being a city girl now, you gotta be city aware. So, you know, cute little hip hoppy. It's giving. Oh, I look like I'm going to dance class.
So, if you've never been to a cycle class, you're gonna wanna wear good socks and know your shoe size so you can rent spin shoes. The studios are so helpful for first-time riders. They will help you set up your bike, change your gears, change your settings, the whole 9 yards. Do not be afraid to ask. It's literally their job. Also, clipping in your little shoes is a struggle for everybody. I still feel stupid when I do it, but it's whatever. I couldn't vlog. This is basically what it looks like inside. I always choose a back bike because 1, I have no rhythm, and 2, I love the fans. You have so much fun. SoulCycle also feels weirdly personal to me, like I push myself extra. It's probably because of the instructors, but it's very, very inspiring, and I literally kill myself every time I go in there, so I feel amazing after.
Okay, everybody, welcome to my kitchen. What is the #1 best part of working out? It's being done with the workout. SoulCycle was great. I find that I can only do workouts like that if I really like the music, so I kind of get like black out because I'm like not having a good time, but then I also am. But first, I'm making salmon for the first time in my whole life. I like was a very fend for your own chef in college, but fish has always kind of made me nervous because I feel like if you don't do it right, it's like fish is like a whole nother prep some Trader Joe's salmon. I'm scared. I think the #1 reason why people are scared of doing things alone is like they're afraid to look stupid or dumb or feel stupid or dumb, basically just feeling like ridiculous and like everybody around you is judging you. But something that you learn is that as you start to do things alone, some people think like that, true, maybe a lot of people do, but they're so worried about themselves, they're not even clocking that you're feeling the same way. And a lot of times, use some rational sense and be like, who is here that I'm ever going to see again? One, why should I care what they think? And two, am I gonna let this random person that I don't know hold me back from things that I want to do or things that I can achieve? No, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Even if you're uncomfortable at first, you just have to gaslight yourself into it, truly. And practice does make perfect. Doing things alone, making fish. Oh, I don't like the way it feels at all, at all. Oh, there's juices. Okay. Olive oil feels right. Some spicy something rather. Mustard. Okay, so we're gonna make up a salmon rub right now. Mixing olive oil and my favorite sweet mustard from Germany. My dad brought me back some. I think this is specific to Munich. This is where I had it last time. This is where he got it. Love Munich, love Germany, love mustard. Then I'm also adding some harissa for spice, because this is sweet, and also garlic. You just have to get better at not feeling embarrassed, which is like a hard thing to say, but especially in the context of a workout class, people that are in that room are not looking around, trying to make fun of people, like would shame them for showing up. I feel like workout communities for the most part are really supportive. Everyone there is there like for the same reason. They want everyone to succeed. They want everyone to feel good. Everyone's working out to feel better. So that can be one of the easiest things to start getting active and into, because it's literally no harm, no foul, and it's a really great community. SoulCycle, I feel like can tend to be like come off as culty. It has a very strong like public facing persona and vibe. Oh, that's not right. That's literally growing mold. R.I.P. harissa, no spice for us today. Also, like I said, doing workout classes that are like practically in the dark will make you feel better. With like SoulCycle and Solid Core and like other classes, hot yoga or yoga in general, you're gonna be in a dark room and people are telling you what to do. Nobody can tell. Only person's gonna know is yourself, and you shouldn't feel stupid because like, no, at the end of the day, nobody cares, right? Plus, even if you don't actually make any friends, you just feel social. So like it like kind of fulfills that need to be in public and be friendly. Your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. Good reactions. Imagine explaining to your family or your best friend or even yourself on your deathbed, dying at age 100, oh, I didn't do this one thing because I was scared that these random people would think of me in a different way, or I was scared that these people that I know would think of me poorly. It's like, how weak do you have to be to let other people control your own life? We're not about that. I've made this little mustard spread and I'm putting it on the salmon. I have no idea what I'm doing at all.
Like, not gonna lie, they look kind of sexy. Hot oil.
Okay, so she's sizzling and popping, but I think we're doing something.
They might not be the cutest, but they're cooked.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I think it'll be good. That is salmon. I wish there was some spice. R.I.P. the moldy harissa. Let's see if the cats like it.
Yeah, munchkin approved, but she'd also eat literally anything ever, so. Outside of forcing yourself to do uncomfortable things like going to a scary workout class alone, it's also really important to do things that make you feel happy. I'm my most confident when I'm relaxed and I feel good, aka when I'm working out, making a healthy meal at home, and taking time for myself by taking like the ultimate head to toe shower. Having a night routine or a self-care routine can be so simple but so effective. Personally, it really affects my mood. I like candles and I always love using Aussie because I grew up on it, so the scent is comforting and nostalgic.
It's been quite a long time. Our hair mask has been in. I also would like to advise that I feel comfortable leaving this in because it's not protein based. This stuff is all about moisture and repairing, so we love that. Obviously in the shower I'm using Miracle Moist, my fave. 26 fluid ounce big boys. They're so cute. They're so polite. This is great for moisture. Smells amazing. Leaves my hair feeling soft. This plus this being in for the past like 5 hours, I'm going to have luscious, thick mermaid hair when I get out. Now we're gonna shower. I want nobody to laugh, but I do have a prison shower head.
I also don't want you guys to think that every day you have to do something super huge in public and scary to feel accomplished. Sometimes taking care of yourself is hard enough already, and a shower and some alone time is already like a big task in itself. Being alone can be equally as hard as it is exciting. It's a lot of time in your own head. I feel like I've been more comfortable with it than most people because of how I've grown up. I've been very independent. I'm the oldest child. I moved around a lot, and I've also always been a big reader, so spending time in books doesn't really feel like I'm alone. Same with watching shows or listening to podcasts. Especially with working a 9 to 5 now, it's eating up so much of a large chunk of your day versus tapping in and tapping out, kind of like what you did for homework and class during school. It's been an entire readjustment. And I've also been really lucky because I love my job and my office environment, and I still struggled, which just happens. Some things that help me are nights like this, like when I feel clean and put together, and I also love FaceTiming my family, even though they normally FaceTime me first. The hardest thing for me to learn was that there wasn't all of a sudden a box to check. I feel like I like to fulfill people's expectations of me, my parents, my peers, my teachers, like getting honor roll or getting into a certain school or choosing a certain major. But once you're graduated, you kind of have to make up your own boxes and figure it out, which isn't always fun because there's no true reference point because everyone's unique, aka you have no idea if you're doing it right. Some people might say that spending weekends in over going out 3 nights a week is a downgrade. Last weekend I was hosting a guest and we went out every night and it was so much fun and I loved it, but I needed this weekend to kind of relax and like feel like myself again. To each their own, you just have to trial and error and figure out like what works for you. On nights like this where I'm prepping for a weekend where I have to be pretty and I'm gonna be out and doing things, I'll let my hair dry like 80% of the way naturally, and then I'll go in with my blow dry brush and do sections and curl under. Then I will literally pop on 2 rollers for my bangs and twist it up and sleep on it. Don't ask, but for me, it just works. Okay, so it's the next morning and we survived. This is one of the only ways that I know to preserve the integrity of a blowout overnight, and it works. It's also kind of like Marie Antoinette-y. Surprisingly weirdly comfortable, but we're gonna take it out. This method has been working for me. Honestly, after being blonde, my hair was so fried and so thin, it was embarrassing. I've taken the time these past few months to like truly work on it, and now it's thick and healthy and shiny, and I'm seriously so proud of it. The layers, the cutting also definitely helped, but for it to be this healthy and be red is literally insane. Hair care truly starts in the shower, and it really shows that the products that you use do make a difference in how your hair looks. So like shout out my girls at Aussie, because thank God. I also feel like I discover a new way to blow my hair out every month and I'm like, oh, this is the way to do it. But no, like I seriously think this way, by like blow drying it under, gives my hair the perfect blowout. So I think I finally have discovered it. Okay, so something else that people are afraid to do alone is go see a movie, and that's something that we've weirdly been classically conditioned into thinking is a group activity or a date, when in reality it's the worst because you don't really speak about it like during, you can't talk. It's actually a nightmare for a first date, and I can speak from experience. You know, a group setting is fun because you can like talk about discourse after and like gush about it, but truly seeing a movie can be a very great way to just disconnect. I love going to see movies alone. It's something that I've done all the time and keep doing. So I want to show you guys that it's not weird to go to a movie by yourself. So today we're going to see The Little Mermaid, and we're going at 4 p.m. and I have my glasses on because I'm certifiably blind. There is a potential to get sushi after, which feels mildly illegal but also incredibly fitting. First of all, comfies. You're gonna want to be comfortable. It's a movie. Get your socks, get your shoes, get your sweatshirt. You know, I'm not gonna advise you to take your shoes off in the theater, but if you're wearing like sandals and socks, we know what has to be done. It's gonna be frigid in there. You have to be dressed appropriately to be feeling good. Bring a water bottle, bring a chapstick. If you want, bring snacks, or we're gonna buy some fun snacks. So let's make going to the movies alone not weird. Movie etiquette rule number 1, you must be comfortable. Sweatpants, sweatshirt, anything that you can crisscross applesauce in, your glasses for vision, you know the vibes. Now that I'm a city girl, I had to take the little train over to the movie theater. My entire life, I always wanted to be someone who took the train into work and just lived in a city doing city things. I'm just out here living life. Like, this is really my life. Anyways, the movie theaters alone should not be scary. I promise you that no one is paying attention. If you think about it, sitting in a dark room in silence while watching something gets exponentially creepier if you're doing it with somebody else. Movie etiquette rule number 2 is getting snacks. Now, I'm not one to say you have to spend $17 on a bucket of popcorn and a soft drink for a giant like I did. As someone who's also snuck in a Chipotle bowl down her pants, I also love BYOSFH. Bring your own snacks from home. Ever since COVID, seats are also assigned, which can eliminate the stress of choosing where to sit. Just go in a little bit early if you hate saying excuse me to random people. Anyways, the movie was fabulous and I didn't shed a single tear, but I had some notes. 1, it didn't really look like they were underwater at all and they just moved way too fast. Is water even wet? There's like a lot of questions there. 2, where was her sparkly dress? That was like pivotal formative memories when I was a child, and they just took it out. 3, their love story was actually so much better. It was less looks based. They changed the Kiss the Girl song to include consent, so that's cool. Prince Eric was so period drama coded. We need him in Bridgerton like ASAP. 4, Ursula and Vanessa were downright scary. Vanessa deserved more screen time. Justice for her full-length song. 5, the Caribbean influence on the kingdom was incredible and gave so much more backing to the story. 6, where was the French chef? I loved him. But anyways, a little outfit transition because we're doing the scariest thing in the entire world, which is apparently going to dinner by yourself. Before we start, I want you guys to imagine one thing. If you think going to dinner by yourself is embarrassing, imagine going to dinner by yourself and taking out a camera on a tripod to film it surrounded by people. You never have to do that. Only I have to. So count your blessings and just go enjoy a solo meal without stress. How to eat alone without feeling like a loser. The biggest concern of eating alone is, WTF do you do when you're not eating? There's nobody to talk to. You either need a book, a pair of headphones, or a journal, whatever you're in the mood for. Bring your favorite book, get a fun drink, and prepare for some classy alone time. If dinner is too much off the bat, I'd say start casual. Do a coffee shop and bring your laptop. It's more of a relaxed setting and you can work up to going to dinner. Another helpful tip is choosing a chill time of day. An early dinner, maybe like 5 p.m. or even a lunchtime setting. Maybe not a super popular restaurant on a Saturday night like I did. I also think people are scared of other people questioning them or thinking that they're weird. When is the last time you saw someone eating alone and immediately thought, what is wrong with them? The people around me like chatted me up a little bit and it was totally harmless, no big deal.
Are you doing like a food blog?
Something like that, yeah.
Cool.
I've had older individuals chat me up while traveling, and I've gotten to connect with the kindest people just because I was simply in my own world in public.
I was like, eat it, and then I was like, oh, damn it.
Phone eats first. Always.
When I was in Ireland a couple years ago, I went and got pad thai alone and read my favorite book of all time. And to this day, that was one of my favorite evenings ever while on the road. The restaurant was practically empty, and I ended up talking to my waiter who was from Poland, and we talked about Krakow and Gdansk and a few other places I visited. And we ended up both being Scorpios. People are cool. Don't be afraid to do your own thing. Also, eating alone is fun. You're getting to eat a good meal without having to talk to anybody.
Spicy avocado ball. It's like inside out sushi, basically.
People are just people. In my opinion, eating alone is one of the greatest things in life. It lets you just vibe and extra enjoy a meal. It's also very mysterious, like, who is she? This concludes the Doing Things Alone edition of Post-Grad Diaries. Let me know if we want a Making Friends episode, a new city episode, a work life episode, anything and everything below. Do we want me to do more things in public alone? That's also easily done. I do a lot of things alone, the highlights being traveling around the world. In case you missed it on my other socials, I spent New Year's Eve alone in Scotland, and I recently took a work trip to Egypt, so fun things are loading. Love you and see you soon. Up to code, no, but fun? Fun, yes.